Hello, hello, and welcome to Purposeful Woman podcast. And today we have Jennifer. Jennifer is a Kundalini yoga teacher, energy worker, and purposeful life creator. When she's not online, she's making candles, and she's also a tea lover and introvert. Hi, and welcome, Jennifer.
Hi, Victoria. Thank you for having me today.
Well, thank you for coming. And as always, I would love to hear what brought you to do what you're doing right now. Like, what inspired you to do what you're doing?
It
How it
started
all happened.
many moons ago. Just seeing the repetitive, issues, the repetitive bumps in the road that I was facing, it just seemed to be, why is things not going the way they're supposed to be going? How come it's not, my life isn't flowing the way it's supposed to? And I had, a great family. I've got great kids. I have all of that. But just certain things were, continuously happening. And when you kind of look around, you are the common denominator in all of the issues that you seem to have in your life. So that was me. So I had to take a look within to actually see, what I was doing, because we all create, now that I know, we all create our own reality. So I was creating all of these issues. So it really started off with me getting just into doing meditations. I enjoyed that immensely. So then I took meditation teacher training so that I could take that into and share that out with people. Started incorporating just regular hatha yoga into my daily practice, but I wasn't finding that was like it wasn't really working for me. And once you start to make just the little changes, I started noticing other people coming into my life that were able to help to guide me. And that was my Kundalini yoga teacher, kind of just, by chance. And he guided me through many years of the trainings and just learning how it's working and just being able to change that energy flow within myself. And that's many moons ago. So now that I've got all of that and I've seen the positive changes that I have within my own life, I'm much happier, I'm much more content, I'm much more focused. And I'm just loving life a lot more than I did, many moons ago. So now I just want to be able to share that with my community and with anybody that's wanting to make a good transformation in their life.
Beautiful. That is a beautiful, transition to online and really supporting others. And I think it's very important in spiritual community also, not just like sit in our spiritual closets and actually come out and share and speak out loud. And I think world is going into that direction, which is really satisfying me. Beautiful. So what would you say was
It is.
your
It's definitely we're in a world of change.
Yeah, so what would you say, well, like, if you go back to whenever you started to do, Kundalini yoga before that, what would you tell yourself? What could you do differently?
I would have started sooner. If I could go back, I would have started sooner than I did. And not to be afraid. I think we're a little bit of afraid of change, where we're a little bit afraid of things that we don't understand. And especially when it comes to yoga and things like that, we think that there's like one way of doing things. And, there's many different practices, many different things. So definitely, play around with it and see what works for you. But for me, I would have been to start a little bit sooner and not be afraid to jump in and actually start teaching right away.
Beautiful. So what will be the top three advices you would like to give to people?
The top three. The first one is to really just take a look within. What makes you happy? Not what makes your spouse happy, not what makes your kids happy, what makes you happy. And take that and go with it. The second one is don't be afraid. We're all here for an individual purpose. We're all here for a reason. So no matter what you're feeling, no matter what you're going through, you're here for a reason. You're here for a purpose and you're loved. And the third, just really just embrace life. Any changes, anything that's not kind of comes your way, there's always a lesson involved, right? There's always something, there's always a reason. So just really just embrace it and let whatever's going to happen, and the energy will flow, and life will just be a little bit more easier for you.
Beautiful. Okay. And the last question that I always ask is to fill in the blank. So, fill in the blank for me, please. If you really knew me, you will know that I am blank.
Oh, if you really knew me, you would know that I am very much a quiet and just a homebody. I enjoy just, hanging out at home with my husband. Yeah, I'm just very, very quiet. My classes, sometimes I can be a little bit loud, but really, I'm a quiet and a homebody.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I know you have a beautiful gift that is a weekly class. That is so exciting. Would you share more about how our audience can find it and what it is and how it's gonna benefit them to do it?
Absolutely. Every Wednesday via Zoom, I do a free Kundalini class at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The link can be found on my Facebook page. I also post it every week on my Instagram as well. And yeah, anybody can just DM me and I can always send the link over. With anything that you do, consistency is the key. So, every Wednesday, just, show up and see what it can do for you. It's going to give you your own unique experience. So you really have to try it to get that full experience.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming, and everybody, thank you for so much for listening and or watching this. And all the links will link in the show notes, so you can just scroll down and grab it. And don't forget to rate, subscribe, and review if you like it. And send a connect with Jennifer and definitely attend the Kundalini class. Kundalini, it's a beautiful thing, and if you haven't ever tried, do it now. Don't wait for a whole life to try it out. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you, Jennifer. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
And if you love this episode and you would love to see more of that, click the subscribe button to Purposeful Woman Podcast. And don't forget to text us to stay in tune with the Purposeful community for awesome tricks by texting to number +1 401 399 4105. And we will link descriptions in the episode to all of that we mentioned today. Bye, turn your one day to day one with a purposeful day.